constitutional.
Call the meeting to order and ask you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning and welcome to the January 2nd, 2018 County Commission meeting. I would remind you to silence your cell phones. The meeting documents are on the end of the counter in the white folder. And if you need a listening device, you can talk to Carol in the blue sweater. With that, we will move on to routine business. Item number 1 is a motion to approve the agenda. Commissioner Benninger?
Go ahead.
Mr. Bender?
I'd make a motion to approve the agenda with one amendment to remove item 10 from the agenda.
Motion and a second. Any other comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 2 is approve the County Commission meeting minutes from January 2nd, 2018.
So moved.
Move approval or second, whichever.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 3 is bills to be paid in the amount of $325,134.33.
Pay the bills.
Second.
Motion and a second. Are there any comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 4 is reports. Item A is Minnehaha County Highway Construction Project Report for January 2018. And that is on file at the auditor's office. Item number 5 is personnel actions. Item A is consider a motion to approve the routine personnel actions. Is there a motion?
So moved.
A motion, a second. Are there any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 6 is applications for abatement. Olivia Larson.
Yes, we have 2 applications for abatement, one for the City of Sioux Falls, RDID 47059, 2016 property taxes in the amount of $3,011.43, and one for First Slavic Church, RDID 68545, 2016 property taxes in the amount of $5,706.19.
I would take a motion for item number 1, the City of Sioux Falls.
Move for approval.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number B, or letter B, is the First Slavic Church. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 7 is notices and requests. There are none. Item number 8 is planning and zoning requests. There are none. Item number 9 is petition for compromise of lien, DP&O number 93760 in the amount of $5,814.40. Good morning.
Good morning, Melinda Storley, Commission Assistant. Before you is compromise of lien DPNO 93760, which represents public defender and court-appointed attorney fees in the amount of $5,814.40 for services received by the petitioner's ex-spouse. She is requesting release of the lien with no payment only as it applies to the 2 properties below and that it remain in full against her ex-spouse. The properties were obtained by quitclaim deed through divorce after her ex-spouse was incarcerated. The lien was discovered by the title company as she is in the process of selling the home at 405 North Lewis Avenue on January 19th, 2018. She's expressed that she has suffered a financial strain due to the incident with her ex-husband and believes that he should solely be responsible for the assistance he received. The assets listed total $168,000. Liabilities listed total $239,789. Her gross income for 2016 was $69,295 with a $2,792 refund. Her monthly net pay average is $1,826.70. The petitioner was planning to attend but is not available.
Okay. Are there any questions for Melinda? Okay, and the petitioner is not here, so are there any comments?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Barr.
you know, on the quitclaim deed issue, it seems sometimes that can be a convenient way to sort of circumvent longer processes, and I always wonder about a quitclaim between two parties that have issues. I mean, I'm not saying that it's wrong, but it's certainly a fast way to give it from one person to another without the potential liabilities otherwise attached to it.
Okay. Additional comments? Motions?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner
I would also, I guess, make a comment that I don't see that any payments have been made on this.
Commissioner Bender?
I would, from what I can tell from the record, it appears that these charges were incurred in a criminal matter that involved a pretty horrific situation in the family, and that the person who incurred those charges was incarcerated for a long period of time, and that would explain why there haven't been payments on this. And it appears from the checking that I could do that the statement that was provided to us accurately reflects the primary situation as to the charges that were brought and the reason that the ex-husband was incarcerated. I'm typically not, I think legally a spouse has an obligation to pay these kinds of debts, but given the horrific situation that this person is in and the fact that she's caring for 5 children and trying to deal with debts, I would be in favor of releasing the petitioner from this debt and leaving it solely on the ex-husband who incurred these charges.
I'll second that motion, and I guess if I might comment further. You know, I just look at all of these carefully as far as how these assets are being moved around, and sometimes there's more to the story than what we're told.
Additional comments?
Just
Commissioner Carsey?
kind of briefly, last week Keith Severson commented about with the Financial Action Network and how we deal with not quality of life issues, but life issues. And that's exactly what this is. And it just, if we were not to remove this lien, to me, there's, no justice in not removing the lien, I guess. And I think justice is best served by removing the lien from this individual.
Well, I noticed that John Peckus was a signator on, I think, the divorce decree, and when he was sitting at this table a couple times, he said, don't let the law stand in the way of justice. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out.
I want to clarify what the motion was as far as it would remove the lien from the properties only, and it would stay on the
Ex-spouse?
the ex-spouse, so that we're not just taking it away, but it would just be removed from the properties.
Yeah, I apologize. That's what I intended.
Yep. And I
Certainly
would-
what I seconded.
In more defense, maybe to the applicant who did not show today, who intended to, it's difficult to come here no matter what your situation is, and I think that in light of the background, this would be a very difficult one to come and speak on. And so I gather that's probably why they didn't come, and I will support the motion. So are there any other comments? Commissioner Bendigo?
I think I would say that the black and white circumstances that they're in right now with assets of $168,000 and liabilities of almost $240,000, there aren't any assets to distribute for her, frankly, gain or ability to reconnect her life, if you will. So I would support doing what was suggested.
Okay, any more comments? All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melinda. Next, we have opportunity for public comment. Is there anyone who would like to speak on anything that is not on the current agenda? Good morning. You'll have to give your name and your address and limit your comments to less than 5 minutes.
Sierra Broussard, 313 West 2nd Street in Sioux Falls. I was at the courthouse to testify in front of a grand jury 3 weeks ago on a Thursday. I walked into the courthouse and there were 2 Muslims standing in front of me one white male in the back of me and 2 Muslims in the back of him. They made the Muslims take off her coat, went through the metal detector, did not go off, and they were searched with a wand. I passed with my coat on, if you can see on the video, and I was not searched. The white guy in the back was not searched. The other 2 Sudan people from the back of the white guy was searched with a wand. The metal detector did not go off. I had spoke to the guy that was head of security because I thought that all the video cameras would get onto that metal detector. The camera system does not go onto the metal detector. It focuses on the officers at the sheriff department. So it was my word against all these officers' word, okay? So they denied allegations. So I'm asking if the county can put up one camera that don't cost a lot of money due to this, because the Islamic community is very upset. I got a hold of the imams. Okay, this is how protests start at the courthouse. So if we can get one camera that faces that metal detector and flashes that light on, because the light comes on whenever it detects something, if we can do that, that would be great. I got a hold of Chief Milstad. Of course, as a community activist, Chief Milstad's not gonna get back with you. It's very typical. I have run-ins with the sheriff department, as you know, of last year with corruption in the jailhouse. We need these cameras on it, on these, not only on the officers, but on the entryway of this courthouse here. I can't stress it enough. We do not need the Islamic community to protest in the front of this courthouse on these issues. This person already, before I talked to the imam, already went on this issue and complained to the Islamic community on this issue. If that light doesn't blink, their policy is they cannot search you with a wand. So all of that security that's in that courthouse, you would think that one of them would hit that metal detector, and not a one does. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Are there anyone else that would like to speak in public comment? Okay, seeing no one, we will move on.
Madam Chair, the treasurer just came in. Is she intending to speak in public comment?
Were you intending to speak in public comment? I was asked to. Yeah, well, it's right now. It's right now. Sorry. Thanks, Jeff.
I'm Pam.
I did send out your a memo that explains everything in detail, but apparently several commissioners were at least interested in what the new federal tax law impact might have on our collection of revenue for property taxes. With the media coverage, we got a pretty good response. We had over a 600% increase in the people paying taxes in advance so they could take it off of this year's taxes. And I gave you a little chart in there that said, so you could have some kind of a comparison. It said in 2013 taxes payable in 14, we received $490,117.95. In 14, we received $633,682.69. Then we received the next year 16 taxes payable in 17. We received $7,207. 07974, and then for this year we had 6,040,043.10, and that's about a 60% increase.
600%.
So, if there are any other questions?
Madam,
Commissioner Barr.
Commissioner Bender had her hand up.
I'm just curious. I don't think I received an email from you. I was curious.
Get an email, you
It's
got
on
it.
the
It
bottom
should have been
of-
in your packet.
Oh,
It's on
okay.
the very last line of the packet.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Barr.
Madam Treasurer, every year I know that you try to put our deposits, which we hold for longer or shorter periods, into some account where we might get some revenue through interest or whatever. Having an extra $5 million in the bank for a couple of months, are we going to make any extra money on that?
I would think we are, and we also, this money will be apportioned out to the people by February 12th. Did you say 12th? 20th, by the 20th.
So
So
it's-
it will be apportioned
We
out.
get to hold it for a month and a half, or at least.
Thank you, Pam.
So that should make you happy.
Yeah.
It makes us happy.
Okay, thank you.
I had one comment from the public, and I think they were serious. They said, "Don't blow it." like, we have a budget, people. We don't blow it. This money's all been budgeted, so.
Would also make the comment that, corporations still get to deduct all of their state and local taxes. And while corporations have been ruled to have this equal rights to individuals, it appears that they have more rights when it comes to deducting their taxes on their federal returns. And if I lived in New York City, I might be suing under that basis.
Is there any more public comment? And we will move on to regular business. Item number 11 is consider recommendation to approve a $14,000 juvenile detention reimbursement allocation for the Boy Scouts of America from funding received through the Juvenile Justice Reinvestment Initiative, Senate Bill number 73. Erin Sertzka, good morning.
Good morning, Erin Surska, Minnehaha County Commission Office, and I'm here requesting reimbursement to the Boy Scouts of America for the diversion programs that they offer our community. As part of Senate Bill 73, which was passed a few years ago, there was an appropriation of funding for State's Attorney's Office to request reimbursement for successful diversion programs. And this year we received a total of $38,000, just over $38,000 in reimbursement, and I'm recommending a reimbursement for the Boy Scouts in the amount of $14,000 to reimburse them for the 68 successful diversions that we had during that fiscal year.
Are there any questions for Erin? Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Item number 12, thank you, Erin. Item number 12 is the Minnehaha County Liaison Reports. Are there any reports?
Madam
Yes.
Chair, I would make a comment on our liaison assignments, and I tell you, they're all kind of work isn't always that fun, but thank you for the assignments you've given me, and I'll do my best.
I'll say that new liaison assignments are out. There were a few changes, and all of us get around 12 to 15 additional jobs in addition to what we do here, what you see us doing here. We all have a lot of other responsibilities. I do have one very short liaison assignment as our report as I go off of the fair board that the firehouse out at the fairgrounds was removed this last Friday. They had a lot of mold inside and couldn't be used anymore. So that has been completely removed and the property leveled. So FYI. Any other liaison reports? Okay. Is there any new business? Any old business? Then I would ask that we move into executive session immediately following this meeting for the purpose of South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-3, items number 1 and 3.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. We will be back in about less than 10 minutes, I think.